And so this podcast, right?
We're not done yet. I'm
not,
just looking for
I'm
the
not
question.
I'm not even close to being done.
Okay.
I'm just gonna I have a comment I want to make about so far the podcast.
Yeah.
Is that it started off really sad.
Sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still kind of sad about it.
We're sad for
this
you.
episode?
Yeah, you're yeah.
Yeah.
You don't remember
What happened?
what happened in the beginning?
I'm high.
Are you really high?
Oh.
Yeah.
You are high
Oh
right
my
now?
God. You know how much it took me not to smoke weed at the funeral?
Oh my God.
I went sober.
You did?
Why did you go sober? Just to... I feel like maybe you would
'Cause-
even
'cause-
smoke more to...
Because if I smoked, I would have like bawled my eyes out.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
How do you get high? Do you smoke a vape?
A pipe.
A pipe?
Joint.
You smoke every day. You seem like you smoke every day.
Do you use it for therapeutic purposes or
Yeah,
just...
it stabilizes me.
How do you perform high though?
It's better.
It is?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, let me not drag you into the deep end.
yeah.
Next week.
The highs from the audience, their laughter just like carries you home.
Oh, but how do you remember your jokes and stuff?
You actually have a better memory on weed.
You do?
I do.
Yeah, because Jordan Peele used to smoke pot and do sketches like live, and I'd be like,
On Mad TV?
oh yeah,
Oh, shit.
Oh, really?
oh yeah. There was
Cool.
this one time where Ike and I were, Jordan had like no line. He was just a waiter in some sketch, and he was so high that he had to bring in he had just a glass of water on a tray.
Yeah.
But he was so high, right? He was just teetering like this, and we were laughing so hard because we knew that and it just shatters all over the ground. Yeah. Because he was so high, it was so funny. But yeah, but he can perform that way. You can't. I don't know if I can, but Joe Rogan can.
Oh, yeah.
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 I think...
But I've never tried.
Joe
That's another
Rogan
thing.
smokes weed before he works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started doing that.
You did,
Yeah.
You
and it
feel-
works.
Me and my kettlebell.
It's very Joe Rogan of you.
Yeah,
Are you high from the beginning to the end of night then?
24/7?
I mean, not all the time.
Like when you shoot your show with Manon and those guys, are you high?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they know you're high?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow,
what
that's
is... It's
interesting.
so hard to... the last guy that I dated, the guy I was with for like 5 years, I mean, he smoked as soon as we wake and bake. It's like from beginning, it's all day, but I didn't see a personality. Like I never really noticed
Yeah, some
because
people
he just
are
went
like
about
that.
his day. I never really thought
Yeah.
anything of it. Then
No, stoners are portrayed a certain way
Yeah.
in movies and TV shows to be
Yeah.
stupid and forgetful and
Yeah.
idiots. But, I show up to work.
Yeah, you seem very clear to me right now.
Yeah, I show up to work because weed is medicine and it stabilizes me
yeah,
and it calms my anxiety down so
Yeah.
that I can be normal with people.
yeah.
What about like auditions? You can do it still?
Yeah, I feel looser.
Wow.
Wow. And you don't and you know all the lines and everything like that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or sometimes I'll improvise a little bit
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it helps me.
Oh wow.
I think.
Yeah. Maybe I should relapse.
I don't want to.
That's always like I think down
Thank you, Esther, for getting Bobby Lee to relapse.
Yeah.
down the road, I think that's gonna be off of the no list. Because I feel like, okay, you guys are still allowed to smoke as many cigarettes as you want, right? In AA.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just so much like far more detrimental to your health and like wellness compared to smoking marijuana. So it's just a matter of
I think that if it was
what-
just marijuana, but it's a gateway. It's just a gateway.
It's not a gateway. I don't do other
I know
drugs.
for alcoholics though.
I think that the only reason it's a gateway is because it's ingrained in your mind and our society's idea of it's a drug. So you use that capital D word over and over again your whole life. So yeah, it is a gateway. But if let's suppose marijuana had always been treated like cigarettes and you've been told, oh, it's just a recreational thing that people do, I guarantee you wouldn't consider it a gateway. The only reason it's a gateway is because your brain is told it's a drug.
This is so dangerous. This
No, I'm not
language
saying
is
you
so
should.
dangerous.
I wouldn't.
I can see you're thinking about it.
No, it's.
Does that
it's-
make sense?
No, it's literally the most dangerous thing I've ever heard in my life. and my face is sweating now. And
For instance,
no. This right here is fucking Soviet propaganda bullshit.
Can I just can I explain something?
It's fucking Steve Bannon. It's all the whole thing, man.
For instance, like LSD has a lot of anti-addictive properties, right? A lot of these drugs that were considered to be terrible things have anti-addictive properties and help people actually get sober. So, it's kind of a very gray area.
I understand that, but here's the thing, okay, is that since the 12 steps were created in 1935 in Akron, Ohio, right, they've had a lot of trials and errors, right, and they've had, it's not as if this movement started a year ago, right? So over the years, millions and millions of people have tried it in different kinds of ways, and at the end of the day, they came up with this thing. It's not because they want to be controlling or it's not a philosophy that certain segment of it's believed throughout because it's been tested.
Okay, but my
Right?
question is, if it was something that was, established in 1935, shouldn't something established in 1935 adjust to something that's happening in 2017, or all this scientific knowledge that we've garnered over the years?
I've been to
Shouldn't that-
AA meetings, and they're super religious.
Yeah. No, you could say that.
It's all about God and stuff.
Yeah, it's not about God.
Or, I don't know, so you guys do something with God.
I can't wait for your eulogy at your funeral.
Yeah.
So Bobby's like, God, peace.
Yeah. I mean,
Something with God.
Are there more like progressive, like AA types who are kind of experimenting with the really hard lines between the no drugs and like the other acceptable things?
well, they did do it in the 60s.
Okay, so in the 60s, think about the drugs that were available in the 60s. Okay, there was
There
weed.
was weed.
I don't think
and
LSD
acid.
was
Yeah,
LSD
yeah,
already in the
huge,
60s? Okay,
huge.
LSD.
LSD's been around since even before that, the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even Bill W., the founder, experimented with
Okay.
LSD. So it's first of all, it's not God, right? Like there's people.
There's a power.
I don't know. We have to get into it then. When you have to understand that when people get into AA, they've lost everything. They're generally mostly the first 100 were people that were on the precipice of wet brain, or they were streetwalkers, hobos, right? And they had tried every single thing throughout their whole life, and nothing worked. Okay, and so the one thing that they did try, which was that first 100, which was sitting together, having a meeting once a day, right, and doing these steps, right, got them long-term sobriety. So it worked, and the reason why it worked was because number one, when you don't have anything and you tried to control your drinking and it didn't work, so you're powerless, right? I can't do it. Nothing I've done works.
But it's the best way to meet other people who still drink.
What do you mean?
AA.
What does that
Right?
mean?
Don't people like meet there and then go off the rails?
No,
No?
I don't know.
Or they like, yeah, you mean people who relapse and stuff
I've
like
seen that in movies though.
I know.
That's really
I know, but
Happens in every movie.
I know,
I
but-
see.
okay, just listen to what I'm
Yeah.
saying, okay? So I can't do it. There's nothing I've done, right? So then you come to a program like AA and they go, well, we have a solution. What is it? Well, a power greater than yourself has to remove the addiction, right?
Your subconscious mind.
Maybe, whatever it might be. But they call it a higher power, okay? And when you do the steps, there's this thing that happens in the beginning of especially in the beginning of the big book. There's the doctor's opinion. There's a doctor, Silkworth. He specializes in alcoholism. He says what happens with people in AA is there's a psychic change, a spiritual awakening that happens that they believe. Sometimes it's a flash of light. Sometimes it's an overwhelming feeling, but the obsession becomes removed. Something that you think of every day, and it gets completely removed by doing these steps. I don't know why, but it happened for me. It happened for my brother, right? And without those principles, I know for myself that if I smoke pot, I'm gonna drink. I know that, and I'm gonna eventually go back to opiates, and then my life falls apart.
So don't.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't do it. I know myself, and I know what I would do.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe AA and NA are only for real chronic alcoholics, but
I think that it really appeals to it helps for a specific type of person, because like you told me that what is it, like the success rate of AA is really only what, like at 5%, or like
really?
5% actually
low?
stay
In recovery
sober,
in general, though.
recovery. Yeah.
not in just AA, in recovery in general is a 5%
Wow.
rate.
Shit.
Okay.
And there are probably people with a certain type of however they think is a perfect match for the 12-step program, whereas other people who are
No, what I mean 5% is that 95% of people, they either die in prison, on the streets, or through some sort of medical thing because of their drug addiction and alcoholism.
95%.
Of alcoholics and drug addicts.
That seems really high.
It's not, it's a factual thing. You know what I mean?
God, it's so dark and sad now.
No, I'm just defending. I need to defend.
Yeah.
I'm just defending.
You don't have to defend it. We believe you.
You're in the top 5%.
No, it's just,
Kyle.
I know. Here's
you've
what it
been
is. Here's
sober
what it
for
is.
14
Here's what it
years. We
is, though.
believe you.
I know, but you know, you and I have had these conversations before, sweetie, and I haven't been to a meeting in a year. And so I'm kind of a dry drunk. Like I'm on the precipice of
What time to go to a meeting?
maybe relapsing, but so I'm trying to hang on to whatever I have to stay sober. You know what I mean? So this is my last. I'm defending the foundations of what I learned to be true. Not
Also,
so.
if we ever have these discussions about it, it's not because we're trying to reel you into the dark side. It's really kind of to just understand living with an addict. At least for me, when I question things about why can't you use anti-addictive drugs, they're proven to be scientifically anti-addictive. Why can't you smoke marijuana when it does this and that? This is just my questions living with a partner who's an addict, and I don't understand it. So I'm going to have questions. It's not because I'm trying to bring you in and somehow live.
No, if you've made it 14 years,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. You're not going to go back.
But also,
Yeah, but I mean, I'll be honest with you. When you say, right?
See, I'm not an alcoholic.
I understand that, but just listen to what I'm saying, okay? You're being very combative with me right now, okay?
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Chin-
You got so nervous. Right? No, what I'm saying is that there are times where because of the marijuana laws that
Yeah.
have changed, how easily accessible it is. When you go to Seattle and they have marijuana bars now,
Yeah.
where you could go to a menu, and
It's huge.
all that. I loved marijuana, and I'd love to do it. I would love to go to Colorado and own a marijuana farm.
so
right?
it's appealing.
Yeah, so there's a slight temptation there to go there, but I have to remind myself that
See, I have self-control. I don't drink. I smoke. I can smoke
Yeah,
and
and
not drink
yeah.
or not do
The
cocaine.
way you said that was fucking cocky. All right.